السلام علیکم و رحمت الله و برکاته. شراغلس بخیر خوشحال هستم که تاسینان را سرای است نان مرج چرک پخو chicken wings. Hello and welcome to Afghan Cooks. I'm Miriam. I'm the Afghan who cooks. Today we have a really simple Ramadan treat for you. I know it's not traditional Afghan food, but we do use at least one traditional Afghan ingredient in this. Is it traditional? I don't really know. I actually don't think it is. I don't think anything about this is traditional. Forget I said any of that. Anyway, it's chicken wings. And everybody loves chicken wings. And here I've made an air fryer chicken wing. It's super easy. It takes about 5 minutes of hands-on time. Then you put it in your trusty air fryer and you walk away from it. Your sauce only takes about 2 minutes as well. Then you have this absolutely delicious plate of chicken wings. Let's make it. That sound you hear is the air fryer. It is on preheat. You want to do that, right? While you're air frying, air fryer, that is the Pashto word for air fryer, okay? It's air fryer, okay? Got it? The awa srakadang. I'm trying to think of the word for air fryer. Hawa is air. Sur is fry. Pogoro kisro sur is oil fry. Just say air fryer. That's what I would do. While that is happening, now that I've given you that very lengthy explanation, you want to take your chicken wings and dry them, okay? You do not want wet chicken wings. Not at all, okay? You want to put paper towel below, above, dry your chicken wings. Dry your chicken wings very well. I actually had these sitting in these paper towels for about 10 minutes. I had the paper towel on top of it, and then I let it air dry a little bit too, because the drying of the chicken wing is going to give you the crispy skin. I'm going to wash my hands because it's covered in chicken juice. Hold on. Because we will be using a sauce afterwards, once they are air fried, we are not going to season these too heavily at the beginning. The only thing we're going to do here is we're going to add some pepper, some MSG, and a little salt to the cornstarch. We're going to add the cornstarch. And to this, we're going to have a couple of turns of black pepper. Now, I don't have exact measurements here, okay? This is about 2.5 pounds of chicken wings. Depending on how many chicken wings there are, you will see what the coating is supposed to look like when you put these in the air fryer. It's a very light dusting, okay? It's not a heavy coating, so you're just gonna have to see how much of this you need. Okay, here we have the MSG. I'm going to use about half a teaspoon of the MSG, okay? Because we already added some MSG, we're only gonna add about a half a teaspoon of salt. Actually, that's about a teaspoon of salt. Now to this, we're gonna stir this up. We are going to add our chicken. And now we want to coat all of this with this. So now I'm going to take these and I'm going to spread them across, because number one, you don't want there to be too much cornstarch on it. You want it to be very light, okay? Make sure that the whole thing is covered, but also that it's not huge swaths of cornstarch, because you really don't want that cornstarch taste in your mouth. While the air frying takes longer than regular frying, as opposed to regular frying, or even doing it in the oven, it requires less actual hands-on effort. It takes about 20-25 minutes in the air fryer, but other than flipping it once halfway through, you don't have to do anything else. As opposed to if you fry it on the stovetop in oil, it will only take you about 15 minutes, but it's 15 minutes of actual hands-on time. You have to stay in there. You fry it originally for about 4 or 5 minutes. so that it gets nice and crispy. You have to drain it, and then you put it back in for a second frying to cook it all the way through. And for Ramadan, this is something that you can prepare. You can actually prepare the wings earlier when you have the energy, and then just toss them in your sauce when you're ready to eat them, reheat them. So you can even do it this far, right? Get everything ready. I spent a summer in Afghanistan when I was very young, 1979, right? The same year that the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. And I spent Roja there. I actually got to spend a month of fasting Ramadan in my motherland. And I remember it, even though I was very young and I was too young to actually fast, because in Afghanistan we don't fast at the age of 8. But I remember those nights waking up and, my God, what an amazingly fun time. So we do try to recreate that here in our own house with my kids, and to try to make it as enjoyable, as joyous of a time as possible, as sweet as possible. And as I've said in the prior videos that are about Ramadan recipes, I'm really trying to go easy on food this year, not spend as much time cooking, so that there's more time for all of the other things. And I'm going to leave this chicken to air dry for about 10 minutes only, not much longer than that. And then we're gonna come back and put it in the air fryer. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes. So this has been sitting for 10 minutes. Now, we have an oil spray here. We're gonna spray the inside of this pan, and we're going to do a layer of the wings. Now remember, these are going to cook down quite a bit, so we have roughly half of them. Take our spray, spray the top. That's the chicken symbol. I don't know if you can see it. Chicken, fried chicken. It's 25 minutes. And what we're going to do is I am going to set it to 12 minutes so that we can then flip them over in 12 minutes. And it's ready to go. We're just going to open this up. Okay. It has been 12 minutes, and now we're just going to flip it. We're going to put this in for 15 more minutes. Okay, that's just going to take another couple of minutes to finish up. And I am going to actually make my own sauce. Now, of course, feel free to use a barbecue sauce or whatever you have on hand, whatever chicken wing flavor you like. I actually tried this a little bit earlier. I have this red chutney. Now, mind you, it is not the same as the tomato red chutney that I made in my video. It's a very different chutney. This has no tomatoes. This is made just with red peppers and some hot peppers as well, okay? The other thing that will also work fine is sriracha. I don't have very much left of this, okay? And we're going to make a hot honey sauce. Now, what I realized is if I use this, I don't have to add red pepper, I don't have to add garlic, I don't have to add anything. It's all right here. And all this is equal parts of honey and the chutney. Here we're gonna have a half of a cup of honey. And then we're gonna add a half of a cup of the chutney to it, okay? So equal parts. Okay? I'm just going to let that come up to a simmer. I'm going to check on my chicken wings. I can smell them. They smell really good. Okay, let's get these out. Let's take a look. Oh, it just turned off. Perfect timing. Ah, and there you go. Can you see those? There are your air fryer chicken wings. They are crispy. They are crunchy. You hear those? Hear it? Noise. We're going to take our sauce and pour it over our wings. And now we are going to, I always like how the real chefs toss these. I don't think that's how they do it. They kind of go like this. All right, let me see if I can do it. If you like this recipe, and why wouldn't you? It's chicken wings, which by the way in Pashto is chicken wing. Okay? Chicken wing. Give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you would subscribe so that we could grow our YouTube community. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at Afghan Cooks, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time we get a new video. We usually do it once a week, but during Ramadan, we will be increasing our video output so that you have more cheats, shortcuts, great ideas for how to feed yourself and your family during Ramadan without spending too much time. Until next time, peace to you and yours.